like so because so what will be the KPI this effect on our industry? First question is that, sir.
Sir, one needs to understand what exactly is KPI. We have been doing business and using various acronyms. कभी KPA बोलते थे, कभी KPI बोलते हैं, and it's basically you know the key words which we use to reflect what our business strategy is. Now, with the passage of time, the owners, the government feels that the traditional system of conducting insurance is not, exactly delivering the results or the level of penetration which is required, to reach the masses. So they have, invited an expert, which is ENY, and ENY have been, told to guide us as to how to restructure our setup, and that phrase is called now KPI, means key performance indicators. So it's nothing, basically it is a repackaging of the old wine in a new bottle. So we should not be overtly worried about any particular. There are not going to be any drastic changes. It's only a way of a change in the way we used to be running the office. Our traditional system used to be head office, then regional offices, then divisional offices, then branch offices, and then micro offices. So it used to be kind of a four or five tiered system where divisional and branch offices or micro offices were handling the marketing, the business development, and they were also partly involved in settlement of claims. So, like it's kind of a verticalization system, which is being practiced in the private sector, where they feel that any particular entity or a segment of office, if they are involved in one activity, they should not be tasked with the other part because it ultimately reduces your efficiency. So what they have done is they have done away with this five-tier system, and instead of these five tiers, they say now there are only three tiers. So first is head office, obviously, with uh, obviously the largest powers and decision making authorities. And secondly will be the regional offices, where regional in charge is more or less will be taking care of managing the things, where with actual authority being vested with the regional managers. Abhi tak, the way system used to work was everyone was doing everything. So now they say nahi, there should not be a cross subsidization or cross working of various departments. Like I'll tell you my example. While I was at Mumbai regional office one, the entire technical departments were with me. Business development and marketing was with me. Audit was with me. Vigilance was with me. So I was doing so many things. And if you look at my other counterparts, someone was handling only claims. Claims are in charge. One was handling only, uh, retail, mediclaim. So very small segments were with one few people, and a major chunk was being done by a single individual. So now the ENY says that you have to decide on who has to do what. A person who is tasked with underwriting will not do marketing. The guy who is doing marketing will only concentrate with marketing. He will not be allowed or he will not be permitted to do anything else. Once he brings the business, the underwriter's role will start. Then the third person will be the guy who will be handling the claims. In simple language, ENY says, जो ऑफिस पैसा जमा करेगा, जिस ऑफिस में पैसे की रसीद कटेगी, that office will not settle any claim. That is the basic premise of ENY. No accounting, no audit, and no claim settlement of any kind, whether it is OD or TP or any other claim. Divisional offices are henceforth divisional offices, branch offices, and micro offices will henceforth be called as operating offices. पुराना नाम खत्म, and all the offices will be directly reporting to regional office directly. So जो अभी system था that micro offices used to report to branch offices and branch offices used to report to head office, to divisional office, and DO used to report to RO. So that chain is broken. They say cut the layers. Let every marketing office directly report to regional office. So regional office has been made very strong. They are underwriting authorities, the claim settling authorities. A lot of the way business has to be run. So all those authorities have been strengthened, and very few things will now exactly be actually be required to be sent to head office. So that's in nutshell what KPI is.
So, as you said, operating offices, they're reducing the staff only to 6 people. They're giving the numbers only, and administrative people have also to do the marketing. That's what they're saying, that both have to do. Now you are telling that it's cut off. If one need not enter the others for, like, if a person is doing underwriting, he need not handle claims. So here what they are telling, that he has to do the administrative work as well as the marketing section also, because only 6 people will be there, depending on the premium, less than 2 crores or something, if I'm not mistaken. Only 6 people will be there, and all have to do marketing with their underwriting also. That is the
And I'll tell you, sir, it's not exactly 6. There are various slabs. For offices up to 5 CR, there is a particular set of staff strength. Then offices between above 5 crore to 10 crore, it is different. From 10 to 20, it is different. And 20 to 50, it is different. And 50 and above, it is different. So it is not exactly 6. 6, that figure which you are telling is for the offices which are, logging in premium around 20 CR. So, you see, the basic premise of ENY was that we need to spare manpower for marketing. So for that, first they had launched last year, if you recollect, that BDM, BDE scheme they had launched. So business development executive and business development manager. Executive was for people, who are not in officer cadre, and for officer cadre, it was business development manager. So there were 3 classifications in that. Either you procure business through brokers or through agents or through bank assurance. So those channels they were planning that we need to spare people to reach out to the market. So these 6 people which you are telling about is, of these 6, 3 will again be going to market. In office, only 3 will remain. So one will be the office in charge. Second will be one officer who will assist him. And third, actually, you see, if you look at the branch office or operating office, the entire administrative load has been shifted to regional office now. So it's not that staff is reduced and workload remains the same, and we are going to load the people with much more workload. No, it will not be like that. Most of the things, all the major functions of operating offices have been shifted to regional office. So we have created specialized hubs for accounts. We have created as an accounts vertical to take care of bank reconciliations and all these kind of things, or disbursements. For underwriting, there is an underwriting hub. Underwriting, actually we confuse with what should be underwritten and what should not be underwritten. That is with the regional office. Now what we call will be doing only what we call data entry. जिसको हम normally we used to say underwriting करते हैं. It is not exactly underwriting. It is a clerical function. It is a data entry operation basically. So all standard products which we call pre-underwritten products will be underwritten by operating offices within their authority. Anything above that will come for approval to underwriting hub at RO. RO will give sanction, and that sanction will form a part of the approval and will be uploaded in the system.
Sir, regarding this KPI, whether it will affect any retirees who have already retired, what is it like, sir? Will it affect the retirees? Because now many are retiring in between. So if their increments are due, will it be carried forward to the next year, or will they release in time that increment? Suppose annual increment is there, or it will be linked to KPI, retirees.
There will be no change or any interference in the increments for any of the staff members. Those who are retiring, or those who have retired, or those who are yet to retire. That normal functioning, the way company has been running, that will continue.
No, they
There is
said that
absolutely going to be no difference.
no, they said it is 5% of the new base. What it is like? 5% of the basic they said that will be increment. They have given it in the gazette. No, that is the thing. Because it will affect the pensioners throughout the lifetime, sir. If that is implemented, 5% means it's just peanuts today. 40 rupees or 100
Sir,
rupees at the most. That will be the protected pay scale. That's what I mean to say. Whether it is there or whether, what is it like, sir? We are more
sir,
worried about.
why do you feel that it is going to affect only the pensioners? Those who are working, I think they should be worried more.
No, because
Sir,
our
see, the problem is, there was no carrot and stick policy here. So long as we are working now in this industry for the last so many years, whether you perform or you don't perform, whether you bring in any productivity, whether you generate any revenues or surpluses, or you don't do it. 100 रुपया कमा के दो, 1000 रुपया नुकसान करके दो, एनुअल इंक्रीमेंट सबको मिल जाएगी. So now what they are trying to do is that they are trying to link your performance with the appraisal. That is again a big question mark. What we have been told as regional in charge is that this KPI is actually going to affect our next wage revision, not the annual increments. But yes, in the long run, there is every possibility that they may even bring it down, and they may even link the annual increments to the performance of an individual.
sir, when it is likely to
As
be
of now, there is no such move, to the best of my knowledge.
no, whether it will be implemented in this January or from April to March, sir, this KPA? No idea.
सर जो नॉर्मल इंक्रीमेंट शेड्यूल है वही चलेगा, कोई चेंज नहीं है.
No,
No change is being proposed.
no, because
It's more of a the fear psychosis, because when there is less information, actual information is less, then the mind goes in overdrive, and people start imagining things and then start discussing, and what we used to call, Anil and me, when we used to work together, we used to call it Chandu Club. आपको कुछ हवा फैलानी है तो कुछ ओवर द कप ऑफ टी बोल दीजिए, शाम तक बड़ी ऑथेंटिकली इट विल कम बैक टू यू एज इफ some bomb has so it's nothing like that, sir.
डॉक्टर
There is
साहब,
absolutely no truth in this,
डॉक्टर साहब,
sir.
इससे ज्यादा मत बताना किसी को.
Sure.
दिमाग ज्यादा चलाने की जरूरत नहीं है, सर. हाँ, दिमाग ज्यादा चलाने का जरूरत नहीं है, बोल रहा हूँ KPI पे.
बिल्कुल ठीक sir. We are very old friends. I know him from the time he was a development officer, and he was the dearest friend of my dearest friend. So it is common, friendship. Sir, any other query?
Dr. Walia was Dr. Walia is my best friend. He was my mentor at that time, and he has helped me in many ways. Not me, but he was very helpful to everyone whosoever will come to him. So hats off to him, and I feel proud to be associated with him. Thank you, Dr. Walia, for your all help in all these years. And still, we have been in touch.
It's a part of my nature, dear. It's not that it is not restricted only to Anil.
Yes,
I think we have been,
yes.
Mr. Murthy and me have been talking without, actually knowing each other.
Okay.
it has been a part of my, upbringing, I can say, or my nature, that anyone who comes to me, if I know something, if I can be of any help, I have always helped.
And still we are in touch. I think once in a month we are talking to each other.
Yes, yes, we keep in touch, no doubt about it.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Murthy.
I have a doubt, sir. Being a doctor, how come you entered the insurance sector, from there to marketing, from there to aviation? Multi-personality is being seen, sir. Just how
Sir,
to you enter
sir,
the New India? That is the thing.
exactly. Actually, I wanted someone to ask this question.
So I have asked.
वो सर एक ना पुराना गाना है एक पिक्चर का कि इलाहाबाद में पैदा हुई मैं जबलपुर में पड़ी अब बम्बई है अड्डा मेरा ये बदनाम सी गली दिस इज समथिंग लाइक दैट यू नो डेस्टिनी डेस्टिनी टेक्स यू अराउंड आई was working in private sector. It was a multinational concern and my dad used to be an undersecretary in Ministry of Agriculture, and this chairman of GIC and chairman of New India, they used to come to meet the secretary to Krishi Bhavan in Ministry of Agriculture here. So somehow these people they connected and they conspired कि नहीं यार New India में बहुत demand है and within 3 years he will become a branch manager and 6 years he will become a DM. And somehow something happened. It was a direct interview. I went for interview. So as usual, I was my normal self. I got cleared. And 89 I joined as a direct recruit. लेकिन दिल नहीं था उसमें. So even the period, that was the time when immediately after my joining, I had met Anil. Even at that time when I was recruited as a W vet, it used to be W at that time. Uh, I used to help all the development officers in marketing.